Okay, we'll begin now. Thank you for your indulgence for a few minutes as we kind of work through a couple of technical things. And I just noticed that I'm not good enough to use the clicker. Okay, and so I may have to come back to the computer just to advance my slides. And I hope that that won't be too annoying, because I like to kind of walk around a little bit as I speak. As a matter of fact, some people say that I can't talk unless I'm walking. I think it's true. I think it's true. And so I'll do my best, and we'll get through this very quickly and efficiently. My name's Robert Schuttler. I'm very proud to be on the faculty of the Byram School of Business here at Marion. I've been at Marion for a while. I've been here for 27 years. Okay, I like to tell people that I've been driving to Marion for 27 years looking for a good parking spot. Okay, and one day I'm going to find it. I'm going to find that good parking spot. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'd like to share with you a research that I have done. It's an ongoing research. It's an ongoing process. I didn't come to any definite or definitive conclusions, which is probably good, because that gives us opportunity to keep looking and to keep asking questions. My time with you is going to be in three different sections here. I want to take about 8 minutes, and I want to give you some background of the nature of the study, because if you don't understand the background, then our time here isn't very valuable. So I'm going to take about 8 minutes. I'm going to talk about the background. I'm going to take about 7 minutes and talk about my approach, my methodology, and another 5 minutes or so to give you some conclusions and some observations. And if my arithmetic is good, that's going to take us about 20 minutes. So I want to begin by taking us back to the year 2010. Okay, 2010. And in the fall of 2010, the School of Business got a new dean. Okay, nice guy. He's a nice guy. He still is a nice guy. And he gathered the faculty together and said, you know what? I've come up with two thoughts or two observations that I have about business, the study of business in higher ed. And the first thing he said is that when we look at our Marion University Business School curriculum, it's not a lot different than Butler or IUPUI or IU, Notre Dame, Harvard. Okay, in higher ed, in business, we teach in silos. A silo is a sub-discipline of business. Okay, it's called marketing. It's called management. It's called finance. It's called accounting. And we teach in these silos, and we collect our students in there, and we teach them all this real good stuff, and then they go to another silo, and then they learn some other stuff. And you know what? By the time they're juniors or seniors, then they kind of get this idea of, oh, we can just kind of put this all together. I see how it all fits. And so that's kind of the silo model that virtually everybody uses. And it's not unique to Marion. Another thing that Dr. Kershaw told us about is that in his readings, he saw that our customers are not terribly satisfied with the product that we're producing. Now, as business people, we look at producing a product and selling it to a customer. And in our case, we produce a product that's called students and graduates. And our customers are businesses who hire these people. Okay? Now, the businesses, that is the customers of ours, they're not terribly happy. Oh my goodness. They're not terribly happy. And so we have to stop and say, why? Why aren't they happy? We want happy customers. That's what we do as business people. And our customers are saying, you guys are good at the theory and at the technique. You've got accountants that can make a balance sheet balance. You've got marketers that know these 4 P's of marketing, and management people that know efficiency and effectiveness. That's all good, but you're missing some things. You're missing some things of an integrated understanding of business. a way to share, a way to convey thoughts among disciplines. Oh, all right. And so for years, over 30 years or more, we've been listening to this, and we really haven't done anything about it that much. No, we say, oh, okay, yeah, you're probably right. Okay, we haven't done anything about it. Okay, so we've got customers that are not terribly happy. We're producing a product that's technically good, but we're not doing. At the end of the day, we're not doing a very good job. And that doesn't, it's just not Marian, it's not just Butler, it's not just IU or Notre Dame or Harvard, it's kind of the whole thing. So, what are we going to do about this? Well, in 2003, Burkhardt and others, they came up with this model that I have on the overhead. And it says to be effective and efficient in the 21st century, you need to pay attention to and you need to address these, we'll call them 21st century skills. Some people call them soft skills. Let's just call them 21st century skills. And they said there's this digital age literacy. There is inventive thinking, high productivity, and effective communication. And do you know what? We don't have a silo for those. We don't. We do not have a silo. Not at Marian, not at Butler, not at IU, Purdue, Notre Dame, or Harvard. We don't have these silos. So that means then that the schools of business, okay, we're going to have to hope that our students kind of catch this stuff, okay? And then we'll graduate, we'll graduate and we'll send them on out into our customers, and I'll just let them just kind of figure this all out. Well, those were the two messages that Dr. Kershaw gave us in 2010. Now, he also, what else did he do? He also gave us a blank sheet of paper, literally and figuratively, a blank sheet of paper. And he said, let's take a year and let's look at if we could redesign a curriculum, what would it look like? And so over that next year, we talked about what would a new curriculum look like? And what should it include if we're going to continue our theoretical and technical aspect, which is fine. That's always been good, okay? And incorporate these 21st century skills. How would we do that? Okay? And so we did. Over a year's time, we came up with a curriculum, and to say that it's innovative and unique is really, even that's an understatement. You're not going to find this curriculum anywhere. Okay? And so we've got this curriculum that has this foundation of the technical and the skills in a backdrop of 21st century, of the 21st century skills. Now, let me just show you real quick, and I know you can't read this, and that's all right. I've got this chart. On my rows on the left side, this is year 1, 2, 3, and 4, freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. And we designed this curriculum to feature special courses in each of these years. Business 109, a 9-hour course. 209, a 9-hour course. 309 in the junior year, and in the senior year with experiential opportunities. Okay? So in the freshman year, we have all of our incoming freshmen take a 9-hour course, and we call it the Business Playing Competition. It features communication and teamwork. All right? We do the technical skills of an Intro to Business course, economics and accounting, and we put it in with this backdrop of a business playing competition for communication and teamwork. Oh, okay. So our sophomore year, we have a quantitative business analysis course, okay? 9-hour course, okay? We've got our technical skills of management, marketing, and statistics in this drop of a project, real project with a real company, and so forth. So we said to ourselves, I think this will work. I think so, but we don't know for sure. So let's give it a try, okay? So we've been doing this for a couple of years now. We do have our first complete graduates that started with the Business 109 as freshmen, and they're now graduated. And so what we're hoping through this program is that our students will be exposed to the 21st century skills, will have this technical background and knowledge, and be better prepared for our customers, the businesses that hire our graduates. Okay, that's the background. Okay, if you really didn't, if I didn't take time to explain that, nothing else makes any sense. Okay, so here's my thought. If we don't get started right, Business 109, everything else really doesn't matter. Okay, if we can't get off to a good start, then the whole system, the whole process isn't going to work. So what I thought about doing was to take a look at our incoming freshmen, our first semester freshmen in Business 109, and compare them to a first semester freshman at another university. And that other university I'm calling is more traditional curriculum college. It is a real college. It's a real university. You all know of it. It's much similar to Marian. They're wonderful people. They helped me so much. And I told them that I would use this pseudonym, and they said, that's cool. So it's a real college, okay? I want to compare our Marian students with MTCC, more traditional curriculum college. If the first year freshmen, because if we're not doing our job first year freshmen, then let's go back to silos. Okay? So here's what I did. I did a quantitative study. Okay? I did a test and a post-test with two populations. Okay? And my pre-test was August. My post-test was December. Okay, beginning of semester, end of semester. Okay. My N, the number of students at Marian was 67. My N at MTCC was 69. Hey, that was pretty good. Kind of like that. Okay. And I found a research instrument. It was called the Teamwork Competency Test. Goes by the acronym TWCT. It was developed by David Aguado at the University of Madrid. And it was actually he took another study, kind of updated it, and so it was very, 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 very recent. It featured communication and teamwork skills, and they made statements, and you had a range of responses. Okay? So 44 questions, 14 communication, 30 teamwork questions. These were pre and post, and they were matched. That means that if a person took if a person's scores were going to be on my study, they had to do a pre and a post. Okay. If they came in and just took the first, I tossed it. Okay. First and not the second, I tossed it. Okay. So we had these were administered in a group setting. Here at Marian, I did it all in one day. I visited 3 classes. At MTCC, those guys were awesome. They brought all of their freshmen together at one time in a convocation-like setting, and I could do the pre in one setting. That was wonderful. I did the post in one setting. It was awesome. And so I had a response with a 0 to 10 range. Okay, 0 meant I don't have a clue what you're talking about, and number 10 is I can't get any better than I am right now. So I asked them to do this. Now, I had 2 hypotheses. One hypothesis was that there was no difference in the pre-test and post-test perception of competence in teamwork between either schools. My second hypothesis, no difference in the perception of competence in communication in students of either school. So I just wanted to see, are we doing any good at all here at Marian? Should we continue? Should we continue down this path, or should we go back to the silos? Okay. I did descriptive analysis and inferential. My descriptives are pretty much our basics: mean, median, range, standard deviation, just kind of observation types of things. That was good. I did some inferential. On the inferential, I used a ANOVA, an analysis of variance. Let me kind of flip my pages here. Whoa, I'm doing well. Repeated measures of mixed analysis. And then I did a paired sample t-test. I'm going to show you a little bit about what I came up with. My dependent variable were the mean scores. My independent variable was curriculum. Okay, so in a very broad sense, and I wasn't looking for definitive answers here. I'm just saying, should we keep on going? All right, let me share with you what I found. Okay, descriptive was more interesting to me than the inferential side, and I'm going to net the descriptives down to really three things with each group. Now, if we looked at teamwork, okay, teamwork, that's pretty important, isn't it? All right. At Marion, the mean score on the teamwork questions was a 197. That was in August. In December, it was 211. Okay, we increased 14 points or 7%. Hey, all right, so far, so good. That was the first thing I looked at. So far, so good. Okay. My standard deviation went from a 32.1 to a 28.7. Wait a minute. Okay, so that went down a little bit, about 10.6%. Okay, and the range, it kind of supported that change in my standard deviation. It went, it changed by 37 points. Okay, so I moved my mean, and I decreased my standard deviation, decreased my range. Now let's see what happened at MTCC. Oh, all right, at MTCC, notice my pre and post, my August and my December, a 14-point difference, same as with Marion. With Marion. Well, okay, that was 6.9%. Okay, all right. So in both cases, I kind of expected that mean to move. That wasn't a surprise to me. The standard deviation at MTCC, it increased. Wait a minute, now it got bigger. Huh. At Marion, it got smaller. At MTCC, it got bigger. All right, my range accordingly increased. All right, kind of interesting. I'll just kind of leave it at that. I'll come back to that in just a moment. And communication, similar. I saw something very similar. At Marion, our mean increased. I did expect that. The standard deviation went down. The range went down. But it didn't happen at MTCC. It didn't happen that way. Okay? The mean increased, all right, that the standard deviation got bigger and the range got a little bit bigger. Okay? Well, we can look at numbers all day long. I like to draw pictures sometimes. Okay? Let me draw a picture of this. Let me just show you what that looked like in a picture. Excuse me. Get this fixed here. Okay. Here is MTCC, okay? Basically what I want to tell you is from August to December, this curve got flatter and, it got flatter and wider, okay? Oh, you can't tell a whole lot. And once again, I'm not moving the world here, but I did see that, it got flatter and it got wider. Same thing on communication. Okay, not quite as dramatic as the other one was. Yeah, they did get a little bit smaller, got a little bit wider in December than in August. All right, and then, okay, Marion, we can see, whoa, all right, yes, it did get taller, it did get, and by the way, this is a histogram, it's a smooth histogram. Typically, you get your little bars, but this was a little bit more easy to understand. Here at Marion, whoa, all right, now we're talking. It got taller and it got narrower. Okay, now hold on to those thoughts because I'm going to come back in my conclusions to say why I think that's kind of interesting. On the inferential side, okay, I did my inferential tests. And basically, my ANOVA confirmed that, yes, both of those means did change. And it wasn't just by random. It wasn't just by chance. Something caused those means to change. It could have been the curriculum. It could have been other things. So, we need to kind of keep that in mind. Okay. What was kind of interesting, though, on my inferential side was that there seemed to be some clusters when I took a look at the paired comparison. I hope not to, well, I hope to explain this clearly. I took each question and I said, were there certain questions that Marion kind of did better on the second time than the first time? Were there some themes there? I think that's a better way to say it. Actually, I looked at Marion and MTCC in the same way. And yes, here's what I saw. At Marion, okay, consistently, or and not absolutely, but consistently, our students scored better or had a better perception of communication in things that dealt with expression of thought, expression of information, and constructive exchange of opinion, okay? I thought, okay. Consistently, we saw that the Marion students perceived their comfort in communication along those lines. On the teamwork, on the Marion side, contributions, decision-making, monitoring tasks, engagement. It just seemed that, yeah, there's a consistency, a higher level. I saw none of that at MCTT. Yeah, I saw none of that in the other institution. I thought, wow, isn't that interesting? At Marion, yeah, I could see those questions that had these elements in it that was kind of consistent. At MTCC, no. Yeah, on neither communication or teamwork. All right. So, basically what I'm coming up with is, there seems to be something there. Is this a definitive, all-answering study? Oh, no, it really wasn't. But I think it gives us a place to start and really a place to continue, okay? I'm just going to move to my conclusions here. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, well, my conclusions was that, okay, I think in this step, there's a reason for us to think that let's stay away from the silos, at least for now. Let's continue on with this concept of taking the theory and the technical and marrying it or merging it with these 21st century skills. So that's what I looked at. That's kind of what I thought. Any particular questions? Any thoughts? I appreciate your time. Say again. Oh, that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate. We just now have, actually last May, our first set of graduates going into the workforce. We are, I've got to remember our statistics here. We're not at a 100%, but we're at a 90-something really high percent of students that got a job in the field that they studied, okay? And so we're looking for that. It's an excellent question, and that's what we're looking for next. Are the customers happy? That's the bottom line. It's the bottom line in all of this, the reason why we did all this. Thanks for the question, and it's one that we really can't answer. I've gone overtime, and I apologize. I apologize, and so happy to talk about this anymore. Thank you so much.